Maintenance, Dutch Auto Body, Mike Murphy Auto Body, and TFE Racing are the sponsors for car number 41 and Danny Massa.
Starting 6 on the grid to the outside of Massa out of Swansea, Mass. J. Lavoie Appliance Repair, Spring Villa Memory Care, Elmwood Auto Service, and Lion Gate Real Estate number 01 for Scott Sestodio.
Lining up in position number 7, it's your points leader out of Swansea, Mass. Benoit Motorsports, Artie, S Auto Parts, Automix Motorworks, and Sampa Wraps are the sponsors for car number 2 of Doug Benoit.
Starting in the 8th position, last week's winner out of Taunton, Mass. G&G Auto Body, TFB Racing, B&A Auto and Towing, and Zoom All Tree bring us car number 0 for Greg Perry.
Also out of Taunton, Mass. TFB Racing, Paul's Custom Exhaust, the sponsors for the 49 of Tommy Blackwell.
To the outside of Blackwell in that 10th position out of Taunton, Mass. Car number 53 for Arthur Miak.
Meanwhile, out of Exeter, Rhode Island, starting in position number 11, driving car number 8, it's Ed Gould.
Actually, that number 8 will be the Bill Schwannard machine, the other number 8. 2 number 8s on our docket here tonight as Bill Schwannard lining up in 11. To the outside of Schwannard of Tiverton, Rhode Island, car number 20 for Jared Cordera.
Meanwhile, lining up in position number 13 out of Yarmouthport, Massachusetts, it's car number 34 for Sam Lincoln.
To the outside of Sam Lincoln out of Exeter, Rhode Island, car number 74 for Jim Riley.
And we're on to the final row now. Lining up in position number 15 in RV Landscape Services, Signs by 6. Sanford Sons Auto Parts are the sponsors of the number 14 car for Justin Rio.
And rounding up tonight's field, car number 95 out of Middleborough, Mass. Priority Pre-Owned, Boston Area Door Company, Ellis Pool Covers, A&A Concrete Finishes, machine for Alice Benoit. So 30 laps here tonight for the Helgers South Coast Power Equipment Pure Stock Division. Again, big thank you to both Spring Villa and Lambert Brothers Racing. Some extra purse money for tonight's podium finishers, $350 to the winner, $100 to second place, an extra $50 to third place. Your point, Emily Brightman, Jeremy Lambert leading the field to green, this time by 30 laps.
As they will enter the box, looking for the green flag from Kyle Souza. On the flag stand, there it is. We're underway for 30 laps of pure stock racing here at Seekonk.
Down off the corner they come. It is Brightman holding on to that lead. Lambert in tow up in the outside lane. Mike Hendricks has the nose underneath the 15 of Lambert. Lambert comes down, a little contact, but he makes it stick. Now down to the inside of Emily Brightman as they race through 1 and 2. Jeremy Lambert looks for the lead off 2.
Brightman a big push off for that last lap. Lambert, he's got the real estate on the inside. Meanwhile, he got the 0-3 of Hendrick trying to follow on through as Brightman, she is getting hung out to dry on the outside line.
That bottom line has some speed on it. Mike Hendricks in second. Third place, Danny Massa. Fourth place, Doug Benoit. Here comes Greg Perry. Bottom line is the way to go with Scott Sestodio sitting in that 7th position looking for 6 down into 1.
Massa showing a defender to the inside of Hendricks, but Hendricks quick to shut the door there in 1 and 2. As meanwhile, your points leader, Doug Benoit, he has made his way up to position number 4.
Crossing another lap, led off the board, single file throughout the entire field as they race down through the corner. Mike Hendricks being challenged by Danny Massa. We've seen these guys race side by side time and time again as they race off turn number 4. 25 laps to go again, maybe taking their time a little bit. A longer race here as we see some dust sprayed up there from the 20 of Cordera coming out of turn number 4. They battle, just as I say that, Danny Massa to the outside of Mike Hendricks off 4.
Massa switches to the outside, and he's got some speed up there in the number 41 car. As Doug Benoit, he's sizing up both of them should one of them make a mistake, battling for the second spot.
Down through the corner they go. Lambert holding on to that lead comfortably, about 2 car lengths ahead, about half a second ahead of Danny Massa in second place now. Mike Hendricks sits in third. They're single file back to 6. Doug Benoit now putting the pressure on Mike Hendricks as they roll through 3 and 4. Off the corner they come.
Here comes Massa back at Lambert. He had about a 1 car length lead, but he is slipping and sliding around. Massa Jr. to the inside of Lambert for the lead.
Danny Massa Jr. powers his way down to the bottom. He'll take the lead off turn number 4. Danny Massa to the point over Jeremy Lambert. Doug Benoit sneaks his way into third and now looks to take second. He has a nose underneath the quarter panel of the 15 as they race down into 3. Doug Benoit, your points leader, makes easy work of Lambert. He's into second.
A big lap for Scott Sistodio as he goes from 6th to 4th here on lap number 10. 10 in the books, 20 laps to go.
Down off the corner, into the corner, off the corner is your leader, Danny Massa. About a 1 second lead over Doug Benoit as they race through 1 and 2. Scott Sistodio all over that rear bumper of Jeremy Lambert as Lambert now trying to hold on to that third position. Couldn't hold back Massa and Benoit, but he's doing his best here with the 01 right behind him.
Lap car staying way to the outside as Danny Massa Jr. continues to lead by a second over Doug Benoit. Meanwhile, the bell is still on for third position as Jeremy Lambert under heavy fire from Scott Sistodio.
Off the corner they come, 17 laps to go. These laps just peeling off quick. Danny Massa opening up over a second lead over Doug Benoit. Benoit keeping it pretty close, but some lap traffic in the way of your leader, Danny Massa. Contact between the two. The rear bumper now falling off the 41 as he made contact with a 14. He's going to lose some time to Benoit, but he still has a bit of a lead over that 2 car.
Halfway being shown by, actually now with the yellow flag being shown by Kyle Souza as Lambert gets a punt from behind. Can't see the source of the yellow flag, but the field is slowed now with 14 laps complete. We'll have 16 to go on the impending restart. As it looks like debris in turn number 4 is the safety truck stopping there. Definitely a big piece of something. Not quite sure what it is.
Yeah, my guess is it came off the Danny Massa machine.
Yeah, it could have happened on the contact with the right rear corners. We see the rear bumper cover of the 41 hanging and flapping in the breeze there, but one of the good things about Seekonk Speedway, not so much an aero track as some others out there.
For sure, as Danny Massa continues to roll that down, a tough break for him. And Sistodio trying to help out Danny Massa and take that fender off.
Well, that's pretty nearly up there, but yeah, a lot of Massa desperately trying to get that rear bumper cover off that number 41 car. Is I'm not sure the officials are going to be all too comfortable with him running green flag laps with that flapping in the breeze.
Yeah, it's a tough break for him too. It's
yeah, but he's going to hit pit side. Or not.
Very avoidable thing to happen as Rio just, he was showing the blue flag after, I'm sure the lap before as well, but Massa just, him and Rio couldn't agree on where Massa was going to go and where Rio was going to go.
It's a shame because Massa, he had a good size lead over Benoit, and again, plenty of time to get the job done as now he accepts defeat and goes to the pits to have that rear bumper move from the 41 car, and his loss is Doug Benoit's gain, I should say, as the points leader now is up in front. But I'll tell you what though, Jeremy Lambert, he was on the attack though. After getting squirrely for a couple of laps there, he's really been able to find some speed in that number 15 car. And I'll tell you what, Doug, Scott Sistodio, he's been able to get the job done all over this racetrack. As we see now, Massa has been able to reach on the field, but he will start at the tail.
Yeah, tough break for him as he sits third in points. Doug Benoit, your point leader with Greg Perry. Last week's win, finds himself in that second position. Danny Massa third. Timmy Willett, not here tonight, is your sitting fourth in points, and Mike Hendricks rounds out your top 5 in points here in the Helger South Coast Power Equipment Pure Stock Division. So just about halfway down here, first caution brought out after some contact between Justin Rio and your leader Danny Massa Jr. Left some debris exiting turn number 4. And field is settled. Massa had to go behind the wall, get that rear taken care of after Scott Sesodio did try to help him out, but couldn't get that knocked off enough. Massa still had to go to the back. So field crossed up. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It's Doug Benoit down to the inside of Jeremy Lambert. Scott Sesodio sits in third to the inside as they race off the corner. Green flag back in the air. Jeremy Lambert side by side with Doug Benoit. Benoit to the bottom, powers off turn number 2. He'll take the lead away as they were battling it out. Now Scott Sesodio dives into the corner. Morris set hard into the wall. The yellow flag is out. I don't know if a tire went down or a throttle stuck, but he did not.
I think he lost his brakes. There are no tire marks out there on the track. Usually if you have a throttle stick.
Off track now. Doug Benoit leads the way over Jeremy Lambert. Scott Sesodio leading the inside of Mike Hendricks.
Of course, the other big story prior to this caution was Danny Massa Jr., who was the early leader of this race, but sent to the pits for damage to the rear of the number 41 car. Should be lining up 10th on this restart. I have to think he's going to be on the warpath these next 16 laps.
I think so that 41 has a lot of speed, and he'll certainly make up some ground in 16 laps. How much, though, is the question. Doug Benoit leading the way to the inside of Jeremy Lambert. It's going to be a battle for these top 4. Greg Perry to the outside of Sesodio. They roll on down through the corner. Excuse me, Mike Hendricks to the outside. Green flag in the air, and a great start on that outside lane for Jeremy Lambert. They're side by side through the corner. Off turn number 2 they come. A yellow flag is out.
Flag, so it'll be take 2.
And I did mention Greg Perry sitting in that 4th spot. He was there, but he got pushed behind the wall during our caution. I think he had no power in that Zero machine, so he's back behind the wall attempting to fix that. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. This time for real. Doug Benoit, Jeremy Lambert side by side. Benoit has the advantage through the corner and off turn number 2. He will take sole possession of the lead, and now Sesodio fills in that bottom lane, fighting for the 2nd position. Off the corner they come. Cross flags in the air. We're halfway down this 30-lap feature.
Lambert was good on the restart, but he just cannot hold that 15 car up on the outside, and he surrenders the 2nd position to Scott Sesodio, who's immediately applying pressure to the back bumper of Doug Benoit, your points leader, coming into the night. Back
in the field at 41 of Danny Massa, made up a couple spots already, fighting to get by the 34 machine of Sam Lincoln. He does as they race off the corner. He is back up into the 7th position. Up front, though, single file bumper-to-bumper action. Doug Benoit with Scott Sesodio all over him. 3rd place, Jeremy Lambert, right in front of Mike Hendricks, and Tommy Blackwell rounds out your top 5.
Checking the progress of Danny Massa Jr. up to 7th position and quickly closing in on Arthur Miak for the 6th position.
But did real high off turn number 4. Does Massa. Miak gets loose in front of him, looks for a crossover underneath the 53. He will make the room and look to pass him in turn number 3, but the battle's on for that 3rd position. Here comes Mike Hendricks looking to the outside. Lambert squeezes him out of the way, and he can't make that pass. Lambert holds on to 3rd.
Meanwhile, you see Tommy Blackwell getting a little frisky with the back bumper of Mike Hendricks as they get the 2 hands in the air. 10 laps to go for Doug Benoit, but he's still got Scott Sesodio on his back bumper.
Bill Schwannard off the pace. He will take that 8 machine back behind the wall as Benoit and Sesodio battling it out. Schwannard stalled there up at the top. He was able to get it going. 9 laps to go. Scott Sesodio and Doug Benoit open up a 1-second lead, or a little more, over 3rd place Jeremy Lambert as those two look to make it a 2-car battle for the win.
Sesodio, he is strong off the corners, but Benoit's been able to close the door on him most of the time here and not giving Sesodio an inch as they come off turn number 4. Ooh, maybe a little contact between the two. Again, 7 laps to go.
What a battle for the lead here. Scott Sesodio and Doug Benoit. Sesodio bumping and banging on the rear bumper of that number 2 machine. Doug Benoit races down through the corner, holding that bottom line, challenging Sesodio to move to the outside or beat him on the bottom, and he can't do it just yet. Custodio a little loose there through the corner, powers off turn number 2 to try to close that gap back up once again, but it's Doug Benoit rolling into 3, holding the bottom once more. They come off the corner, 5 laps to go.
Custodio, he's got a little bit of room. Contact between the two. Great save by Benoit, and Custodio has to get out of the throttle. So surprisingly, it's to Benoit's advantage, but Custodio, he is quickly closing the gap as they cross the line. 4 to go.
Doug Benoit, another car length lead over Custodio, maybe enough here with 4 to go. Can he hold off the 01 machine? The J. Lavoie Appliance Repair, number 01. Off the corner they come. 3 laps to go this time by for your points leader, Doug Benoit. He races down into turn numbers 1 and 2. Custodio all over him. It's a 2-car race from here on out.
Custodio, a little close call with lap traffic that time. He's trying to work the crossover move as they get the popsicle sticks. 2 laps to go. Custodio now, he's going to go to the outside, tucks it back underneath of Benoit. He's got to run. Oh, but Benoit closes the door as they go into corner number 3.
Custodio's going to have to try to beat him on the outside, and he's going to look to make it work. White flag in the air as they approach him. Lap traffic. Will it factor in? Custodio all over the rear bumper of Doug Benoit. They go below Brightman, down into the corner. Side bumper to bumper. Benoit off turn number 4. Custodio can't move him out of the way. Checkered flag in the air. Doug Benoit takes home the win. Holding off Scott Custodio. What a battle it was.
Boy, oh boy, Custodio, he tried to get the bump and run going, but I think he was trying not to risk a crash out there, as Seekonk Speedway don't take too kindly to the dump and run, as it were.
What a battle there.
$350 for Luke tonight. Talk about that battle with Scott the last couple laps.
Yeah, it's nice. It's always fun battling with him. I felt his bumper quite a bit. One time I don't think he was to my door, and I went down, but hey, he could have gone outside. I want to thank all the sponsors for tonight. No race for money, but it doesn't hurt. It pays for my big crew to get in. I want to thank Audie's Auto Parts, Auto ND, Auto Mix from Swansea for helping me out this year. And another great night. I hope Joey's okay. That was like a pretty rough hit.
All right, there you go. Doug Benoit's going to celebrate a $350 win, courtesy of Spring Villa and Lambert Brothers Racing. And there's a big money race coming up.